Welcome back, everyone. I am the OP Leprechaun, and thanks for coming back to another episode of The Perfect Grove. We are going to pick up exactly where we left off in the last episode, where I was going to put some sheep behind glass and turn it into an auto farm so that we could get enough wool to head to an ancient city without dying to the warden like 47 times. So, let's go. Okay, well, I meant to come back earlier than this, but I got distracted listening to a podcast while I just took care of it. So, as you can see, I have 16 sheep in their individual chambers now, and I have every color sheep in the game in an auto farm and marked above. So, what we need to do now is actually wait for a significant amount of wool to be actually produced. I mean, I could go through and, bulk up a big herd of sheep and, shear them and all that stuff. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let these machines do their thing, and I'm gonna stay in this area and let it load. So, one of the things that we are going to do in this area is actually make it part of the quarry. It's not gonna be all the way over here. It's actually going to be kind of underneath the central location, so pretty much by the sheeps here. I'm going to make a copper aging spot. I have not used much copper yet, but I want to use copper, especially with the new copper stuff that is coming out for 1.21. The copper grates, the copper bulbs, all that stuff looks really, really cool, and I really want to be able to use it. So what that tells me is I need to have a place with which to, make this ahead of time so that I have the copper aged however I want it. So we're gonna hollow out a giant place underground, and we're just gonna make it so that everything can be staged out and all that stuff. I'm not gonna do an auto swap route. I don't have the understanding of flying machines. I don't have the redstone know-how to do any of that stuff. It's all gonna be manual, but it's gonna be large enough that a significant amount of copper can be done at one time. So I guess the first thing I have to do is, I'm gonna pick a spot, which is pretty much gonna be right here. So there needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in between each of them, right? Let's just look at inside a chunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, block. That's perfect. That's literally, we're going to make it a chunk wide. I'm just going to do a chunk dive. Do a chunk dive. It'll be separate floors for every one of them. It'll have a passageway leading over into what is going to be the quarry eventually. So yeah, this is literally all I have to do is just do a chunk dive straight down. We'll make it, we'll make it 10 layers deep. So I got to go down 50, 55 blocks, something like that. Not a big deal. Lord knows I have plenty of practice at doing it at this point. So I'll probably start at a few blocks below where we're at right now. I am going to go ahead and pick out a chunk. Like I say, it's going to be somewhere right around here. So when I'm over here building stuff, when I'm wandering around, when I am farming, because I will be, instead of running around, I'm going to do this. I will be tearing these down, and I will be moving them over to the farming area away from the industrial area, and I'm actually going to build them into silos and make them part of a barn. I'm going to do it that way instead of having this random thing that's way too close to this, because that's actually the struggle I had with when I was trying to figure out how to cover these ones. They're too close to the dang ceiling here, and that ceiling has nowhere to go because, hey, look, it's the outside of the mountain. So these are going to be coming down, and I am going to be rebuilding them over here, and I'm going to be building the silos around them, and make them inclusive and part of the farming district. I think the farming district is actually going to end up, I think this is going to be where the aminals are over here, since I have the sheep barn over here. We'll put the cattle and the pigs and everything else over here, and we'll have the very edge of the farmers start here and work our way this way, because I have a lot of space over here that I can use, and eventually this way. This way is going to be more farmland, farm area wrapping around here, because I mean it goes through a long spot here that I can turn into more farmland. We'll worry about that once we get a little more building done. Those can stay there for now. I'm going to get some more of my other villager trades going, but for right now, since I need to wait on my wool production so that I can go find some abandoned ancient cities, I need to get probably a shulker box full of wool just to have it, because, I don't want to drum up a warden every time I turn around. I don't. I want to be able to go through these pretty quick, open up the chest, not having to be dodging all that stuff. So I'm also going to bring some night vision potions so that you guys can see, not just me. That's going to be a big deal that I forgot to do during the Guardian farm, or the Ocean Monument. So I'm going to get back to digging a hole here. It's going to be fairly simple scale since I'm just picking a chunk and doing a chunk dive. And yeah, we'll go from there and see what we come up with. All right, welcome back. It is the next day for me. So I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I went and let this run all night long. And then I built my copper Ager, which you can't see from up here. But we'll go ahead and pop on down here. Now there's a way that I can make this more efficient. I'm well aware. Again, I just don't use that much yet. But, as you can see, copper is aging just fine. Everything's spread out. I can make it slightly more efficient if I put a gap between each floor so that this block could have a block right underneath it, and they'd be 4 apart, and all the la-da-da-da-da. But honestly, this gets me just about 2 stacks every time I want to fill it up with copper, and it really doesn't take that long. It goes down quite a ways. I could double this up. I would need a lot more diorite. The amount of diorite that I have not found yet in this world, I ended up having to make diorite from nether quartz and cobble. It's actually surprising how much netherite, or nether quartz, I should say, nether quartz. It's a good thing I have a whole bunch of nether quartz, but if I continue to make diorite like that, it's definitely gonna eat through the nether quartz that I thought I would never need to mine again after the perimeter in the nether. So yeah, we're gonna have to see if we can do some actual quarrying, not just for looks, over here, and see if we can find some more andesite and diorite. Here's the wool that I am bringing along. I got 9 stacks of 3 different colors. They're real easy. They're gonna stick out in abandoned cities. Easy to see. Also prepped. I left the Invis potions in there. I don't think they work against wardens, but what the heck. And a bunch of night vision, like I said, so that you guys can actually see what I see when I'm in these things, because they do get dark and hard to see. So yeah, I'm gonna actually keep one of those in my inventory. I also got a bunch of bottles of enchanting just to be able to repair like elytra and stuff in a hurry. And then, just the tools. I have a spare elytra. I'm going to bring a bed, and I will put down a bed and reset my spawn in case I do get schnooked by a warden. I don't want to come all the way back here and then have to fly back over to wherever we find ancient cities. Basically, the plan is I'm going to go around to a bunch of different mountains, because supposedly they appear in mountains a lot more often than they do anywhere else. That's what we're going to do right now, is just fly around mountains, see if we can find a big cave anywhere in a mountain, and other than that, we might just dig straight down and see if we can't find something. If we find deep dark, chances are. I'm also bringing along, I don't know if this still works. When wardens first came out, you used to be able to set up a piston noise machine to distract the warden if one got summoned. I have one set up in my gear ready to go just in case. I don't know if it still works. I'm going to give it a shot. It's all I can really do. So we're going to grab a stack of building blocks in case I do need to do that. Yeah, other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. So honestly, I think we are going to head out of here and see what we can find. Now, I know there's not one underneath my string of mountains right here. So let us go. That actually looks like it might be a way down. Maybe? Is that all the farther it goes? That would be unfortunate. Well, let's look around here a little bit, see if I can find a way down. And see if we can find some deep slate. Deep dark, that's what I was trying to say. I mean, we do have deep slate. Alright, she keeps going down. See another skelly. There is. Okay. Just cat. Fire prot too. Yeah, don't really need any of those. Alright, we are continuing to go down. Yeah, lots of mobs. You know, I might just take this night vision. Oh, hey, wow. That's a huge... Oh, diorite. I was literally just talking about how much I need diorite. Ah, there's that creeper I heard. Hey, look at that. Okay. So we have found our first ancient city. Alright. Let's be all strategic about this. Put the bed down here. Oh, it's nighttime. Let's grab out our wool. We'll start with the orange just because why not? Oh yeah, there's one of those right there. So we need to take care of that right away. Let the games begin. Of course, the fun part of this is finding where all the shriekers are. A lot of times I've had them where they're buried underneath skulk. So even though you think you're doing the right thing, you're actually setting one off. So far, so good. Okay, there's one that went off. It's okay. It's only one. Regen, potions, books. None of the things that I actually want. So rather than break that and take all the things, I'm just going to put a piece of wool on top of it so I know I already looked in that one. Knockback. Swift Sneak 3. Hey! 2 of them! Alright. Alright, well there's half the reason I'm here is for Swift Sneak 3. We're going to go back up here, where I know it's fairly safe. And we're going to grab an anvil out of my ender chest. And we're going to go ahead and put Swift Sneak on these pants. Because it'll make this go way faster. Swift Sneak 3. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Now, if I can just find some silence armor, I will be, honestly, just set. Ward. Another Swift Sneak 3. Oh, disc fragments, I suppose. Nothing really all that cool there. Okay, that might have been a warden. Alright, we're just gonna watch him for a minute. And you can call it cheating all you want. I don't feel like getting my butt kicked by him. Thank you very much. Night vision ran out again. Amazing how quickly 8 minutes passes when you're not paying attention, isn't it? So many chests that I still have to get through. And I've summoned the warden twice. Sharpness, knockback, another shard. Actually don't have a whole lot of amethyst yet. More shards. I don't really know if there's a way I can get out of this. Wow, that actually worked. I did not for 1 second think that was going to work. There's the other side. Other side. I can't stack them. Feather falling, feather falling. Nope. Don't need any of that. Nada. Well, we got another ward. There's Swift Sneak 3. I've got protection. I don't need that. I still have no idea which one is being set off by this. Okay, let's get over on the other side here. Let him pass. There's only one more chest. So I can walk past him. All right. Are you kidding me? Ice and baked potatoes. All that for nothing. Alright, well. Note to self, that still works. And of course, nothing worth grabbing in here. Really not a whole lot of loot out of these. Alright, I'm gonna get up to a cave and get out to the surface, and well, we'll head back to the base and restock on some night vision, and then I'll go find another ancient city, and I'll just come back to you guys with some highlights. And we made it back from ancient city number 1, and here in the ancient city loot box, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting the Swift Sneak I put on my own leggings. So that was actually pretty good. I ended up with 2 of the ward armor trims. No, not the one I want. I want silence. And the sad part is I only want it for my helmet. I mean, that's all I want it for. So we're going to go ahead and keep adding to this. For now, that's just going to go up here with our armor trims. On the other side of the few remaining diamonds I have, I am going to have to go... I mean, I mean, there's diamonds in that one, just 1, and I do have a few in there that I have yet to fortune, but I am going to need to go diamond mining here very soon, just in order to make the trims. I only need to make 1 more trim, right? Because that's the one, yeah, because I've got the 2-tide, I've got the wild, and then I need 1 silence. So I should have enough diamonds to duplicate those right now. So I guess I don't need to go diamond mining all that much. I do need to go make some more potions. I mean, who's going to turn down more enchanted golden apples? Man, I am batting 1,000 with these kind of useless chests, aren't I? Oh, that's a big old ball of nope. Holy cow, look at that. I think we're playing as much on the safe side as we can on these. I don't even want to leave a corner exposed. That's a whole lot of them. I already have multiple copies of the other side. There's no reason to get that one. Man, I am just striking out here. Some more amethyst I'll take. Figure out what I gotta do with those shards. I know it's something. Oh, come on! There it is. I got my silence. Loyalty. Does anyone actually play with a trident? Or am I the only one that's just like, nah? I'm gonna start building more of my little noisemakers, because now that I've summoned the warden, every time one of those goes off, he's going to show up. So I'm gonna kind of build one close by pretty much everywhere I go right now. No. Now. Again, man. So far, other than just that one silence armor trim, this entire city has been kind of bunk. Yes, stay over there. Okay. That'll be safe enough now. Okay. And nothing good in that one either. Man, I tell you what. It's a good thing I caught the silence trim from over here. Yeah, there's one more chest in here. All of this has been absolute garbage except for the one silence armor trim. Not one Swift Sneak book. Not nothing. That is downright awful. Okay, well, we did get what we came for, so I'm gonna skedaddle out of here, and I'm gonna head back to base. Go pick up my stuff and go home. Because this was, other than the silence armor, this was a complete waste of time, and that I will never get back. Okay, we'll see you back at base. Alright, and we're back. So, I cleaned out my shulker boxes and put it all into this one. So, for 2 entire cities, that's all the loot we got. I mean, I could have gotten more potions of regen, but really, why? I mean, these I was super enthused about, but not even one. Not even one Swift Sneak. I mean, there was one Swift Sneak 1 book that I didn't even bother taking out of that second city. But other than that, it's kind of a bunk run. That right there, and then getting the Swift Sneak were the only things that made that run worth anything. Okay, so I need a piece of cobble deep slate so that I can copy that. And we're going to put one up in there. And there's the rest of my armor trims. And I'm going to go with the copper. So, we're going to go ahead and get our armor trim. Okay. So, we are going to put silence, our helmet, and a copper ingot. Boom. We're going to put wild. Oh, please tell me that I did that in the order I wanted. Yes, wild, chestplate, copper. And then we're going to put tide and do both of our leggings and our boots. Done deal. Well, let's see what they look like. Wow, it's Let's get to go over here in some decent lighting. We'll stand over by the sheeples. All right. Oh, yeah. I can get down with that. I can get down with that indeed. I like the copper. I definitely think the copper goes well with the netherite, especially since I have the enchantment glow down a little bit. And, yeah, for sure, I think not having them all be the same really worked out. So there we go. That's the first time I've had a full set of netherite armor in armor trim in the trims that I wanted to try. You know, we might try some other ones later on. I think you can change them if you want later on. I think you can swap out to different trims. I definitely would not use the silence personally for anything other than the helmet. I think it's a little too gaudy for the armor. I like that indeed. And I definitely like doing the copper instead of the diamond that everyone is going for. Amethyst looks cool too, but I think I like the copper. So, we're going to go with that. And we are going to call this one an episode. It's been a little bit of running around, a little bit of adventuring. But yeah, I think we're going to call this one good. We got the sheeples, we got the copper aging, and we did 2 ancient cities all in one episode. You know, I think that is pretty good. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one.